Moving on from question 5 to question 6 of logical reasoning drill set number 4 over at lawhub.lsac.org, we've got the highlight tool all ready to go, and we're going to read the question stem first to mark and identify for clear reference what we're being asked to do. And 6 reads, the professor's argument is most vulnerable to criticism on the grounds that it overlooks the possibility that blank. So, most vulnerable to criticism overlooks the possibility that blank is what we're going to highlight because we're ultimately being asked to find a flaw in the professor's argument. So we're going to just come over to the left-hand side here and we're going to read the professor's statements. And then at the end, we're going to highlight the professor's conclusion and hopefully broadly predict what a flaw might be within that professor's argument. So the professor states the economic measures proposed by our country's ruling party will result in windfall profits for a particular sector of our economy. But no economic measures should be approved unless they benefit our economy as a whole. So the proposed measures should not be approved. Well, we know that a recommendation is almost always going to be our main conclusion, so we can highlight the proposed measures should not be approved almost immediately. Then we've got to think about the reasoning that's provided. And it says that these measures are going to result in windfall or really big profits for a particular sector of the economy. But these measures should not be approved unless they benefit the economy as a whole. And then we jump to the measures should not be approved. Well, just because you get big profits in one sector, does that mean that it doesn't help other sectors? Absolutely not. And again, in real life scenarios on the LSAT, you want to predict for our big four predictable tasks, identifying a flaw, identifying an assumption, finding a way to strengthen, finding a way to weaken in your own mind so that you've got a realistic chance of making this process of working through individual questions go a little bit faster. So in our heads, we should have an idea of like, just because it worked out well, really well for one industry doesn't mean that it's not helping the other industries and benefiting the economy as a whole. So starting with choice A, the ruling party proposed the economic measures in question for reasons other than a concern for the overall well being of the economy. I mean, this needs a lot of additional information. Why they proposed the measures in the first place is completely outside of the purview of this particular argument. But if we take this at face value and actually make some logical assumptions, this really is just kind of saying that it's strengthening the argument. Like it's saying that the measures shouldn't be approved. There's some other reasons besides the well being of the economy. So at best, it's kind of a tangential strengthen the argument, which is the opposite task anyway. So we can eliminate choice A as needing additional information or potentially being a task reversal. Then choice B, economic measures that result in windfall profits for one sector of the economy are also beneficial to the economy as a whole. Well, I'm going to just highlight this in a different color and go, yeah, that's exactly what we expected. And I can select B proactively, hopefully, at this point. Now, on the exam, you still want to check the remaining answer choices, but you might do so very briskly, knowing that B matched your prediction in order to expedite your path through the section overall. But for the purposes of this video, we'll take a look at C, D, and E and highlight in our original yellow the reasons to eliminate. Starting with choice C, the sector of the economy that would receive the windfall profits from the proposed economic measures is composed primarily of members of the opposition party. Okay, what does that have to do with anything? I don't know anything about the actual politics of this professor's country, so I need a whole lot of additional information to relate choice C to the conclusion in any way to show that it's a flaw or strengthening, weakening. There's just a lot of information to talk about the politics. Then choice D, the proposed economic measures will, if enacted, result in non-economic benefits. What non-economic benefits? We're concerned about economic benefits. So choice D, non-economic benefits, a variable that is completely new to the argument, doesn't have a clear impact on the conclusion that was presented. And then choice E, some economic measures neither result in windfall profits for some sector of the economy nor benefit the economy as a whole. This could be more vague if it tried. So I'm just going to highlight some to eliminate E. And of course, we probably selected B a lot earlier in this process. Thank you for watching this logical reasoning drill set number 4 explanation video from the content over at lawhub.lsac.org. If you enjoyed the tips it contained, please consider liking the video or subscribing to our channel so that you'll be notified when additional videos are produced by my guru. Also, check out the description below because in it you'll find additional links that will help you as you continue your LSAT journey, including links to full sets of full prep test explanations produced by my guru. And remember that while you're preparing for the LSAT, it's supposed to be hard.